Hey guys, it's Sorta Blazing, and this is Can You Beat Pathologic 2 with only eating eggs. First off, we start off with a tutorial. I'm going to try to skip through as much as I can just because it doesn't really add much to the gameplay and the content. And we'll get started with a nice stroll through the city. Just to explain the rules a little bit, eggs only recover about 15% of your hunger, so it is a pretty hard item to actually use in an actual viable playthrough. But today we're going to be eating a bunch so we can turn into a bodybuilder. We're going to try to get Artemy as jacked as possible. Finally, we can able to talk to Mark Mortal, and then we're able to actually start a new playthrough. I mean, technically it's still the tutorial, but just to fast through a little bit, we get into a train wreck, we go outside, and then instantly die just because it's plague outside. We go try to help this woman. She wants some water, so let's go get her a drink. We come back and death is there, and oh wait, we wake up again. It is pretty fast. Now we're trying to fight the dude. For some reason he wants us to exchange hearts, so we just gotta beat his butt first, And yeah, this is the craziest trip I've ever been on. So we exchange hearts. I get back inside, and then my buddy switches up on me. Like, what are you gonna do? Come on, man. And to kind of explain what I'm planning to do on the first day, it's more of to hit the merchants, go to playgrounds, talk to kids so I can get some eggs. What I'm expecting most is I really want to get the eggs from the kids, the merchants, the red hair lady, because they also sell them as well. And then let's get started on our journey. Obviously, when we first start out, for some reason, we get attacked by 3 guys, so we have to, we don't have to, but we steal off of them, and then we have to go prove our innocence. I mean, we get jumps, come on, man. Okay, at first, we're going to go by knock-ins and get this chest. I will say, throughout the playthrough, I do get more chests. I'm not going to really put the footage on just because it's so minimal, but yeah, I am getting the chest throughout the playthrough. Then we talk to a merchant. Able to get some eggs at first and some little nuts. Then we actually go talk to Bag of Reef. I want to do the quest line to where we heal up patches so we can go loot the house. He gives us some items. He gives us scalpels, a couple other little things that are useful, and gives us an egg, which is helpful for our hunger pretty early on. But we talk to an actor just so I can get the toast and the lockpick. The lockpick is useful for patches, and so that's why I do it. And then here I am still from the community chest, but then I get jump scared the hell out of from that dude, so I just had to show that, just because I was super afraid. Talk to some more merchants, just getting some miscellaneous stuff just so I can trade. I will say those teen little girls, they sell us nothing basically. They have like fish and something else, or nothing useful to us. And then I actually and then my plan kind of backfires because I end up hating here, so it was almost useless to go to the left side of the map. I just end up going to patch just so that we can go ahead and knock out this quest line, be able to get some loot. I mean, people already hate us, so we might as well go ahead and do this quest line. If he lives, he lives. Then we go ahead and just do some looting, get some pretty good items. Like, this is probably our bread and butter right here, because we get to steal a bunch of items, be able to use those items to trade with kids and merchants, so it is pretty useful. And then I go to Laura's. At first I sleep a little bit, and then I trip out, and then I see the 3 guys that I murdered earlier, and then I get to murder them again for some reason. And yeah, it's been a pretty crazy day. I got some crazy dreams, and now I'm killing guys that I've already killed before. I guess the eggs are really getting to me, huh? And then I steal some more stuff from Laura, do some more trading with some locals. The ladies are pretty good just because they sell the marbles and the little pins. And then we go to Ruben's. Ruben's is a pretty good place to steal as well. Is it stealing? I don't know. I guess it is stealing because technically he didn't want to give it to you. And then I actually lockpick here just because they already hate you, so there's no point in not doing this. You get some more items by doing it, so that's the reason why. I go back to Bad Grief, tell them about piecework, and then after this I decide to go to the town hall just because you get some food when you get arrested, And actually, the food does not pay off because there's no eggs. So basically, I gotta sell it to the merchants. I go to sleep, I wake up, and then a rat tells me I'm basically wasting my life. But I mean, it's a rat. What does he know about eating protein, huh? Then I get out of jail, getting all the respect, so I can actually go shop and do stuff with local people, the local townsfolk, and then also see a fight outside. And I'm like, oh, help this poor man. And I try to steal stuff. And then this dude steals it right before me, so I just go ahead and leave. I go talk to some more merchants, trying to stack up so that when I need to go talk to kids, I can easily get eggs. And then I'm not even gonna lie, I get super paranoid because I thought I was maybe gonna eat one of those little dust balls by accident, so I move it around just so I don't eat it by accident. I mean, they look super alike, you know, so I don't want to accidentally mess up the run just because I accidentally ate a little dust ball. And then I go talk to some more merchant, and finally the day is over. I end up getting about 17 eggs. Well, I do get about 17 eggs. Mostly from merchants, kids, and I would say that's mostly about it today. And then I end up going back to the merchants because the merchants reset every day, so I'm going to try to do that at least on the first day because there's not too much ruckus on the first day. So I'm going to go to the merchants, just try to buy what I can just to supplement everything. I go back to Laura's for the rest of the night, and this is my plan for tomorrow and mostly every day is just hitting these playgrounds because this is where the most kids are at, and then I can probably always get an egg each time I go to that place. I wake up a little bit early just so I can hit some more merchants again. I think I end up finding it's more optimal probably to wait until 7:30 so where all the kids spawn, and then I can just go out, talk to all the kids. And then I end up finding a bad guy, and I'm trying to help the local police, and so I give him a little stab, and then, oh, you know me, I'm going to try to loot it, and then it sucks, because it turns to the next day, and he basically despawns, and I get nothing. So that's what you get, nothing. I go back out, go trading with kids, and trading with merchants as well. I will say, if you do see a video in your lower left corner anytime throughout the video, that's usually when I'm either getting water or eating eggs. Water really wasn't much of a problem in this run, so because as you can see, I'm pretty overstocked on it, and then I really didn't want to show how much eggs I'm eating because sometimes I would actually just eat it so fast that I would kind of lose track of it in the editing. But by then I will tell you how many eggs I've gotten, where I got them from, and then also if you want to guess, try to guess which one gives me the most eggs. I end up talking to more kids, getting some respect just because I'm doing so much good. I end up going to my house, and then it's inheritance time. It's not stealing, but I'm taking all the stuff from my house just to restock for the next couple of days. I end up getting the key. We really won't go to the other warehouse, to be honest. I loot some more at the bottom, get as much stuff as I can just so I can be set for the next couple of days. Most of the days usually just revolve around talking to kids and really just trading. I will say though, usually the day revolves around one big quest so I can restock on things, like how the first day is about stealing from Ruben and going to fix patchwork. The second day is more about going to Artemy's house and just restocking from there. And like I said, throughout this, I'm going through getting the community chest, and so that I do even have more stuff to trade. Also, I'm trying every avenue of approach with this egg situation. I'm going to the little bar place. I'm going to the salesman who sells you no matter what if you have a low or high reputation. I'm going to the kids as well, the ones that sell you the little bags, because they also give you eggs as well. And then I finally get to the end of day 2, and I ended up getting 24 more eggs. I learned a little bit more each throughout the day of how I need to be doing my days and how I need to be talking to kids the most, where the busiest playgrounds. I end up leaving Laura's again. I do some more of the trading. I like to do the merchants in the morning, sometimes a little bit, because I'll be full on exhaustion, so I might as well just go talk to these people real quick, and then I go back, rest, and then I can get enough sleep and some food before the day even starts. I start here just because Vlad, I think, it gets the quest started for you to be able to do the whole judge quest line, to be able to do the where you go into the plague district and go inside the house. I also have to go to one of the canes, and we figure out that's not the cane that we need to go to. Probably the cane that we need to go is the Coke, but Gregory will just have to do. We ended up leaving Gregory. He gets the actual quest started for us, so we can go inside the house to steal from that one house in the infected district. I ended up looting some more things, talking to some more kids, and then I tried to go up from the top side. I ended up saving here just because I was in a time constraint with something else, so I had to go save. I tried to go to the grocery store. I tried to go in from the north side and go into the infected house. It did not work out. I ended up dying, so I ended up having to go back to Vlad's and then getting some more immunity boosters. And I'm looting inside this house, taking everything I can, just because this is probably the biggest stretch of in-game, just because if I get stocked here, I can probably last until the end. I'm not trying to go for the ending where everybody's saved and everybody's healthy. I'm trying to just end just for me, you know? I'm eating these eggs for me, not for anybody else. I'm trying to get big. I end up trying to do the where you knock on people's apartments and you try to see if they'll trade you anything. They usually didn't have anything that was worthwhile, so I only tried it like once or twice, and after seeing they weren't going to give me eggs, because usually the red-haired ladies give you eggs, but after seeing taking like a long time to even find one that wasn't even in the apartment, I never tried that again. The bell ends up ringing, so I have to go to the town hall, talk to all these losers about how they want to get their gains, but they ain't willing to put in the work. So I talked to Gregory, put up the hands, you know, let them know, hey, I ain't here for your business, I'm here for eggs. So I go talk to more children so I can get some more eggs. I end up getting back to Laura's just to be able to do some snoozing. I also figured out that you can also reset the kids just by sleeping a little bit. So sometimes I will do that. I'll just sleep for like an hour or two like this. Probably I'll go right back out and just talk to them real quick. Yeah, like this. Just because it just resets them, and so I'm able to get more eggs that way. You can also reset them just by loading a old save game, any kind of one, and just reset them, so you can just instantly keep on doing it if you want to. I'm trying to keep this somewhat like actually competitive, so I don't keep on resetting them. I'll just sleep if I need to, so it makes me pay off in some sort of fashion. We end up getting day 3, and I ended up getting 38 eggs just because I learned this a lot more. I learned where the playgrounds are at, where I need to be doing, what my plan is throughout the day, so I'm optimizing it a lot more. And then I end up going to the dead item shop at night just because I wanted to see if it was useful or any viable to the route. I end up getting punched and beaten by a guy just trying to go. I checked the shop and it really doesn't look like they have anything I really kind of need, so it was kind of actually hurtful because I ended up getting punched. I mean, it doesn't really hurt in the end because you can just sleep off the health. So I end up just going back to Laura's just so I can sleep, you know. This run is really about being like a bad uncle, you know. I just like to eat as much as I can, take as much as I can from everybody else, and then I just sleep on your couch, you know. This isn't the egg route, this is the Uncle Scum route. And then I end up going back out, talk to more kids, starting off the day pretty good. I'm going to try to do as much as I can today, just because on day 4 there really is not much besides the hospital. So I really need to get out there and trade with everybody just to get a big stock of eggs. And then I go to the hospital looking at these poor, helpless, sick people, just wanting to help them. I go talk to the orderly, and then I put my fist up, not because I'm mashing one, it's just because I was sick of it, what he was saying, and I was about to give him the smoke and he didn't want any. So not because I was mashing. And then I get out of there. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna mess with sick people. Are you kidding me? I'm Uncle Scum. I'm here to eat eggs and sleep. So I go back to Laura's so that I'm able to sleep a little bit more. Then I go back out so that I'm able to trade more with kids. I'm doing that little reset to where I sleep like a couple hours and then be able to go back to trading with kids with full stock, because even sometimes with resetting, sometimes you'll go to a playground and there won't even be a kid with an egg. There might be one or there might be zero. I would say I've probably only gone to like one or two that came back with maybe 2 eggs being there. Usually I'd have to go to another playground to get another egg instead of like doubling down. And what is this kid up to? He's like, is he trying to rizz her up? He's trying to point over there. What is he trying to do? I mean, this is probably like the weirdest stance ever. I don't know, at least to me. I don't know, he's doing some weird stuff. And then now that kid's pointing to me. He's like, you number 1. I don't know. Kids be doing some weird stuff in this. Go back to Laura's to get some sleep, eat some eggs, just to chill out for a little bit. And then I actually go steal some of her stuff too. Some of her bread and some raisins and some milk. Go back to sleep just to be able to reset the children's trading. I mean, that's what it's mostly for. Like, I slept probably like maybe 3 or 4 times a day just to be able to reset these kids. Sometimes I'd actually do it just because it would be a saved game and they would just have a new inventory. But that is the point of probably day 4, is just to be able to reset these kids as much as you can and then get as much egg as you can. Just doing that same little map that I showed you before from Laura's, just to go hit that little playground by the grocery store, go south, hit that other playground, and then go across the bridge, and then you have 2 other playgrounds right there. That just seemed like the most effective one to me. And I get back to Laura's at night, and I do a couple hours of sleeping, and then I go out probably at like 23:30, do a couple more trades just because I'm trying to maximize the whole thing. I get back at like 23:50, so I get back pretty late. Day 4, I get about 44 eggs, so I am really increasing my egg intake. So I am getting pretty better at this, and then I'm just stocking up so that when I want to go to sleep for like the rest of the game, then I'm basically good for the rest of the time, so I don't have to ever go back out. So I'm really stocking up. As you can tell, like those eggs, I got like 50 something eggs right there. And then I go out to the merchants, buy some more stuff. I go trade with more kids. I'm not too stressed out right now just because I think the day before I had kind of tested whether like how long I would last with how many eggs I had, and I was lasting to like day 10 or almost day 11. So I know I just need like a few more to actually get there, so I'm just checking any place. Also, I will say I really didn't utilize this trader much just because the bandages and the tourniquets are not as viable, because you can only trade them with the ladies. And yes, you can get treats and sweets from the ladies, but it just didn't seem that much viable to me because I was already like on a really good pace, so I just stuck with what I was doing. And then I ended up going to Vlad to sleep, but little did we know, this is actually where I'm actually going to end the game, just because I do have enough eggs, and then I do become a bum and I just sleep on the couch. And if you've been curious about how many eggs I've been getting by each merchant, this is a rundown. I got 3 eggs by the shifty salesman, got 7 eggs by the canteen, 8 eggs by female and male merchants, 8 eggs by the red hair lady, 31 eggs by the little girl, and then 40 eggs by the little other boy. And then we got 41 eggs by the way I call him was like the hat boy. I don't know how else to describe him. He ended up giving us the most. It really was almost a tie between them. And then to do our rundown of the day, we did end up getting 13 eggs. We really didn't have to do that much just because I only had to get a little bit to get over that hump to be able to get to the end of the game. So it really was just get a little bit and you're good. And this is kind of showing the days. It basically me being a bum, just sleeping on people's couch, just having a good time, eating it up, getting the gains out that I need, and, just using people, not even caring about the kids that are sick. Just me being a great human being overall. Obviously, I'm just kidding. It just means being a sleeks bag and just chilling and basically just waiting until the end of the game. And then I'm actually finally able to get to the end. I'm able to survive on just eggs. I mean, it does come with me being a horrible person, but, with games like these, sometimes you gotta be horrible. And then I talk to the other NPCs. Basically, they tell me I've lived a bad life, I didn't help anybody, that the town's gone to the worst it's ever been. And I'm like, who cares? Got gains, don't care. No pain, no gain, you know? The town needs a little pain to get some gain. And then I come back to my little passenger friend, talk to him a little bit. He basically said I wasted my life too, but hey, he wasted his life too because he ain't got no gains. He's just a weak little sucker. And that does end the video. Give this a like if you liked it. Tell me what's up. Tell me what you liked about the video. I really appreciate your input, and I greatly value it. Thank you.